Yo, what's going on, you Canadian cacturns? I know I just came at you guys with a Baby Blacephalon Pidgeotto video, but I'm coming at you with another one. It's one of the decks I've been playing around with the most recently, so I'm constantly making changes to the list, and I just want to keep coming at you guys with my updated list. So in this one, I have taken out the Pokédolls. I don't think they're terrible. I think they're good for Mirror Match and okay for the ADP matchup. But I was feeling the deck being a little bit inconsistent, so I'm currently opting for 4th Jirachi, 4th Flint, and a Ditto over the 3 Pokédolls that I had in here previously, just to kind of up the consistency of the deck, get it flowing a little bit better. And yeah, everything else is exactly the same, so there's nothing else to say. We're going to go ahead and get right into some games. 4 mulligans from our opponent, and we're up against very good matchup in the Guzzlord Naganadel. This one is probably going to go pretty well for us if I had to guess. I guess it's possible it goes a little south, but I'm feeling good. I want to get some fire in the discard pile here for what's it called? So that way we can activate a crystal if we really want to. I think I might just go ahead and grab these 3. I do expect to get reset stamped on our opponent's next turn, so that's why I kind of want to grab these 3. I kind of do expect to get knocked out. I expect to get knocked out as well, so I'm going to go ahead and attach here and hold the rest of the hand and then just pass over to our opponent. Yeah, I expect to get knocked out, expect to get reset stamped. I wanted fire in the discard pile, so that way crystals are active to get fire out of our discard pile. And yeah, we'll see where it goes from here. We only have to knock out 2 of our opponent's tag team Pokemon to win this one. So yeah, we're already pretty close to potentially being able to win the game. We just need to get some Pidgeottos out on the next turn. Looking for that Pokégear to find us an Elm, and then go from there. Hopefully find a Jirachi after that, and then just start using Stellar Wish, and then next turn get the Blown out, and then just start swinging, taking knockouts on these Guzzlords. Like I said, gonna go with that 4th Pidgey. We do have the 4 Pidgeotto in the deck, so we're set up pretty well. Question is, will our opponent actually be able to get off the turn 1 combo and start swinging turn 1? We'll have to wait and see. There is Strevis. Yeah, gonna have to wait and see if they'll actually be able to pull it off here. There's Duskstone onto the Strevis, so that's part 1. Or one of the 2 that they need to start going here. There's a Beast Energy as well. Not going to be a big difference maker in this one. And there's the Mysterious Message. I believe that's what's called, Mysterious Message. There's an Elm for us. Super glad to see that. But it looks like they might not have another thing. It seems like they've slowed down quite a bit here. There's the reset stamp. Fully expected it to come out. And there it is. Drawing a pretty similar hand here, and the pass. So it looks like our opponent really has nothing going on here at all. Gonna go ahead and thin our deck before we use that Pokégear. Looking for anything at this point. Definitely prefer the Elm though. Definitely gonna take that one. I'm gonna go ahead and Elm here for those triple Pidgeottos here, and get them out there quick fast on the Ditto. This one and this one. At Airmail 1, grab the Welder. Airmail 2, grab the Heat Factory. That'll be good later on. And then our favorite Airmail of all, Airmail 3, grab a Fire Energy. And then I don't see a reason to not go Bench, Retreat, and Collect on this guy here. We don't quite have the knockout. May as well go ahead and get that extra card draw. I don't want to use the Escape Board though, because I do want to get that on a Jirachi eventually to even make ourselves more reset stamp proof and just kind of cards, access to more cards whenever our opponent takes a knockout. So our opponent currently doesn't have another Miss Magus, and we are lined up super well to just pretty much just win the game next turn, or get our first knockout next turn. I don't know if we'll just win the game next turn. I will get pretty close to just winning the game next turn, though. It's looking super good for us. And yeah, there's even going to be the concession from our opponent. They could have played it out a little bit longer. Maybe if they got the heads, they would have. But I don't really think there was any hope for them anymore at that point in the game after we had our setup as clean as that was. So I don't blame our opponent for going ahead and hitting the concession button there. There's even if they had stuck it out for a couple more turns, there's pretty much nothing they could do. They're way too far behind for the matchup and the way it plays out from there. So I don't blame them there. All right, another good looking start here. We're up against the Pidgey control in this one. Now I know it is a favorable matchup, but I've actually never played it out before myself. So we're gonna see how this goes. I know it's supposed to be a good matchup. Yeah, having never played it out before myself, I don't know. Hopefully I don't mess up too bad. Hopefully I can stay, you know, keep my gameplay clean, and then we can take a dub here. But we'll see. Maybe I'll mess up. Maybe I'll learn something. Never played it before, so yeah, we need to keep 2 bench spaces open for the Victini and the what's it called? But we don't want to put the Victini down yet. Victini and the Blacephalon. Need to leave bench space open for both those. Use Blacephalon early, I believe, and then we transition into Victini, and then go from there. Crushing Hammer from our opponent. I don't really mind it being used on our Jirachi there. So yeah, that is the game plan. Use Blacephalon as soon as possible, then go into Victini to get our energy back, then maybe go back into Blacephalon, then maybe go back into Victini, and they can never really lock us out of the game because of Pidgeottos. We can keep using airmails, and we should be just fine. We want to build up a big hand so our opponent can't really abuse Jesse and James or Mars at all, until we get down to, like, you know, 2 or 3 prize cards, at which point they can, if they can go for it. What am I even saying? Yes. All right. Draw, fire. I'm gonna start with airmails here. I don't really expect to take a knockout on this first turn. I will go for the Escape Board over the Blacephalon. We need both of them if we're gonna take a knockout on this turn, and we have less Escape Boards than we do Blacephalons, so I'm just gonna go for the bird again. Like, once again, I'm not really expecting to take a knockout here on this first turn, so we're not gonna go ahead and really play for it. If we walk into it, that's great. It looks like they really want us to get a knockout here on this first turn, so yep, the game really wants us to get a knockout on this first turn, it looks like. We'll have Flint these away. You get 4 fire out of the deck, and then we are going to gear and hit the welder. Yeah, the game just wants us to get a knockout here. That's the best way I can put this. Welder to our Blacephalon. 1, 2, 3. All right, just short in the end of getting a knockout. So maybe they don't want us to get a knockout that bad. But yeah, that was pretty funny. We kept literally drawing into everything we could ever possibly need. I think I'm gonna go ahead and throw Victini down. They can't really knock it out, but I would be scared of them Marsing it out of our hand at this point. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and bench him, and then pass over to. I could Blazer. I don't see a reason not to Blazer here, actually. Let's go ahead and figure out what one of our prize cards is, if we should avoid it or not. It is a Great Catcher, so we're definitely avoiding that from here on out. Definitely don't want to go get that Great Catcher. Great Catcher does nothing for us in this matchup unless they put Articuno in play, and then don't move it from there. So yeah, definitely don't want to do that. We would want to ideally avoid using welders. We don't actually want to use welders. Welders are basically our way to move our Pokemon around. Basically our switch cards in the deck. So we don't want to use welders. We want to, like, attach our energy to set our dudes up, and be careful. And we want to try and avoid using welders. We don't want to use welders if we don't have to. Trying to avoid it big time. Ditto Pidgey from our opponent, so they're finally setting up decently here. And then there is the resource management. Yeah, welders are the most important card to try and keep access to at all times. Lose our welders, we could be in a tough spot. So not trying to just gonna go ahead and thin out the deck here. Don't plan on using a welder this turn, so go ahead and just use Elms for the turn. Or airmail in. Just need fire energy is pretty much it. Don't really want to Flint. Want to keep our deck filled with bad cards and then find our good cards as we need them with airmail when we do get reset stamped and so on. So there we go. attach, and then Fireball Circus, 1, 2, 3, for the knockout on this Oranguru. And then we're gonna take something that is not the Great Catcher. I usually insta-click right there. There's a Welder. That's a big deal there. Got 4 energy left, so I probably want to Fireball Circus one more time. I ideally want to attach to the Victini. I don't want to use Welder to Victini if I can avoid it, but it really does come down to how many Crushing Hammers they find and how many they hit, whether or not I'm going to be able to avoid that. Fan Club from our opponent. Probably expect to see, you know, Oranguru. They might grab Articuno here. It is the Giraffe. Okay, so that's going to be able to get rid of some of our fire energy. Nothing we can do about it. Unless they're just going to retreat and pass within the active. I think they already attached to the bird at the beginning of the turn. I could be wrong, actually, on that. There's a reset stamp trying to make us with the knockout. Not going to happen. Oh, they didn't attach yet. Okay, there's the Get Lost. Going to get rid of 2 fire energy here. There's really nothing else for them to really get rid of. So it makes sense. Yep, there goes 2 fire energy. All right, draw. I'm going to go ahead and flint away these double elms. The 2 energy. And we're not running out of energy that soon. And out this. Kind of debating about how I want to go about this. All right, we're going to go with Airmail. Jirachi. Airmail. Escape Board, good to have access to that. I'm going to go attach to Victini and then knock out the Giraffe. So yeah, that is the Get Lost is super annoying. It might make this way closer than I'm comfortable with it being. So we can go attach to Victini. And then Fireball Circus here too. That's fine. Knock out the Giraffe. Once again, probably going to, for the most part, come down to Crushing Hammers. I feel like Crushing Hammers are going to be a big deal in this. Okay, there's the energy. Hopefully we don't have to Fire Crystal. That would be great. We can just go Hard Retreat, attach. Hopefully if they find Crushing Hammers, they whiff them, and we can just go attach to Victini, Hard Retreat, Infinity. I think I want my second Escape Board actually on the Blacephalon, so I lose less energy when I retreat it, so that way I don't always have to Welder to reset it up. So I think when I do retreat it, I will put the Escape Board here. So I only have to discard the 1 energy, and it'll make it way easier to deal with. There's an Articuno. So I wonder if they're just going to go for that this turn. There's the water attachment. I assume they are. Yeah, they're just going for the Articuno here, playing super aggressive with discarding my energy. But if we do get... Now we need a Welder. We need Welder to be able to retreat and then attach to the Victini. And then take this knockout, which I think I'm overall fine with using a Welder like that. So we're 100% guaranteed a Welder here as we draw into it. The question is just, do I want to do it that way? And I think the answer is yes. So we are going to Fire Crystal for 3. I don't mind just knocking out this bird here. It'll accelerate the pace of the game. Welder to the Blacephalon. Attach the Escape Board, like I said, seems to be ideal there. Easier to get back into it. And I should have 8. Oh no. I am short an energy right here. That's why I had to. There we go. Give me the flint. That's why I had to discard the energy like I was supposed to. I was supposed to discard both energy. But I guess it's a little bit better keeping the energy on it and finding the flint. But I should have checked for the flint first. So a little bit of a mistake on my part. But I'm not going to get punished here. Infinity for the knockout for the 180. Get all that energy back in the deck. Get 2 prize cards. Not the Great Catcher. Still have a Great Catcher in deck if we should ever need it. And yeah, not like those cards are any better. Actually, I almost would have preferred a Great Catcher to both those. Alright. Back at it. Our opponent still only 1 Pidgeotto set up. So we're still looking to be in a pretty good spot here. Still have 2 Welders left. We can easily retreat and attack with Blacephalon on our next turn. It shouldn't be a problem at all. Just need to get the energy, which we should see plenty of off our top deck, plus our airmails. We pretty much only have energy left in the deck. Gonna take a knockout with Blacephalon next turn. And then the turn after, take the last knockout with Victini. And then the game should be pretty much over from there. And there's the concession from our opponent again. They had a slow start. Definitely a favorable matchup for us. First time I played it, I feel like that's about how you want to play it. Ideally, you want to play Heatran in the deck, and that makes the matchup even easier. But if you don't have the Heatran, using the Blacephalon seems like fine alternative. And then just transition between that and Victini. to keep recovering your energy. And it seems like a pretty straightforward matchup as long as we don't prize the Victini. That's the one thing we don't really want to prize in the matchup for sure. Another game, another ridiculously solid start against another favorable matchup. It feels like the PidgeyBlowns just only has favorable matchups. So we're going to go ahead and just grab the triple Pidge here, I think. Or double Pidgeotto and a Ditto. Double Pidgey and a Ditto. Whatever. Yeah, gonna grab this. Bench the whole squad down. Put them all out. I'm thinking about benching the Blacephalon. I think I won't. I will attach active. And then pass over to our opponent and see what they got. We could go with another Elm next turn, but ideally we get a knockout here. We are missing basically just Welder and Flint, I believe, are the only two things we're truly missing here is the Welder and the Flint. So we do play 4 Flint. Decent chance to find one between top deck plus airmails, especially when our airmails can find us more airmails or more Pidgeottos to use airmail to just simply dig deeper, and then hopefully find a Flint from there. But yeah, we'll see. Don't need it 100%, just ideally that's what we'll run into. We'll see. Looking for that though. I want to grab Flint plus Switch off of their greens, so they're setting up for a turn 2, what's it called if I had to guess, a turn 2 Brilliant Flare. Yeah, I can't think of anything else that they'd be setting up for here. Getting rid of that Mallow Lana, something else. They did get another Charizard Breaks in. Oh, they do get the Flare Starter. I completely forgot about Flare Starters. Yeah, they could just get the go ahead and throw 3 on the Charizard Breaks in. I guess they kind of just have to, like, attacking with Baby Volcanion doesn't feel very good. High Heat Blast, not being able to knock out a Baby Blacephalon is just not good. That's just not good. I know no better way to put it. It's just not good. Fire. Another airmail. Take the Jirachi. And then Pokégear. Gonna be the Elm. Not really complaining. It's not terrible. Go ahead, throw out that Elm there. Grab 2 more Pidgeottos. The 4 Pidgey, like, yeah, you can't really complain when you have 4 Pidgeottos set up. It's just still, that's still just kind of good. Pokégear. And another Pidgeotto. We probably won't bench the Jirachi here, and instead we're gonna go with, there's a Welder for next turn. Gonna go with bench Blacephalon attached to Blacephalon, and then Blazer. I feel like is a little bit better than benching the Jirachi, because then we will need a switch card on our turn. There's the hit. Get that 60 in there. Not actually even, oh, it is slightly relevant. I actually need 1 less energy later on to knock out this Volcanion. Probably won't be relevant really at all throughout the game, but I will need 1 less energy, I guess. That is a fact. I'll need 1 less energy at some point. There's the Welder, so both breaks in Charizards set up for our opponent, and they're going to start swinging back to back, and we're going to look to knock them out back to back here. We should almost for sure be able to knock out this first one with this Blacephalon. I'm super confident we're going to be able to find the stuff we need to take this knockout. Yeah, I'm feeling confident this will be an easy knockout here. Even if we whiff, we're still not worried about losing the game. We still got 2 Blacephalons left in the deck, 1 in the hand. One of them that is in the hand, we should easily be able to go knockout with the last 2 Blacephalons if it comes to that. But hopefully this Blacephalon into this Blacephalon will clean up the game. Yeah, like I said, I'm feeling confident about it. I think we're gonna be able to get it here with back-to-back Blacephalon swings. All right, go Blacephalon. See what our top deck is. It is a Great Catcher, not something we're looking to utilize immediately. Gonna take the Fire Energy to here. We do need Fire Energy, quite a bit of them, quite a few of them. There's Heat Factory. I don't mind using that. I'm gonna go ahead and use it right now, actually. Heat Factory. Looking for Flint still. Flint is currently eluding me. Where you at, Flint? Keep going. There's a Crystal. No Flint. Gonna go ahead and Welder to the active here. Still close. Still need Flint. There he is. Just a tad late. Flint away. A Fire and a Elm. Take a look through the deck. I'm gonna check for the escape boards. There's 1 escape board here. 1 prized. I think I am gonna go ahead and throw out the Jirachi. I fully expect to get reset stamped next turn, so I don't maybe even want a Blacephalon in play. So yeah, we're gonna go with the Jirachi instead. Hit these 3, and then here's the first knockout on the Charizard and breaks in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bop. 300. And then we are 1 knockout away from winning the game. We get 3 prize cards here. I think I will get the fire energy here. Energy's good. I don't know what else is prized. Should really check your prize cards, folks. Don't do as I do. Do as I say and check your prize cards. Definitely should be checking your prize cards, especially when you plan on using Blazer. Because that means, especially when you plan on using Blazer, because that means you'll know one of your prize cards, which means you can play around that prize card better, knowing the rest of your prize cards, knowing if you want that prize card versus your other prize cards. And then once you draw maybe the other prize card that you want, then maybe you now want to draw the prize card that you initially flipped with Blazer, and so on. Just check your prize cards. Check your prize cards. High Heat Blast from our opponent, and we have game already in hand. Great Catcher, bring up the Charizard, breaks in our opponent with the no reset stamp, and there's the concession from our opponent, and we take another quick dub with the PidgeyBlowns, and that's going to do it for this video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give the video a like. If you enjoyed the content, be sure to subscribe. Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. I know I keep coming at you guys with PidgeyBlown videos, but this is definitely one of my favorite decks in the current format. Have a good day. Thanks for watching, and peace.